You think you're funny, do you?
So I asked myself, I said, my ragamuffins really understand equal groups and division? It's a difficult concept. And I remember as a kid, when I was asked by my instructor to draw to show that I understood something, or to pick the drawing that represented the situation given in a number sentence, it was a little bit difficult for me to figure out what was going on. For example, if I had 24 things, so my dividend was 24, and the number problem said 24 divided by 3 equals x. I don't know what x is, right? I have to find out x. X is the unknown variable. So 24 divided by 3. And I remembered right away, oh, I know my multiplication facts. 3 times 8 is 24, so x is 8. So fine, I knew that the correct answer. But then when he asked me to draw a picture, a model, or some way to show 24 divided by 3, I never knew what the 3 stood for. Did the 3 stand for 3 parts, so that I would divide 24 into 3 parts, in which case there would be 8 things in each part? Did the 3 stand for how many things I had to measure? And I had to measure out the parts, putting 3 things in each part. So obviously those are 2 different drawings. Those are 2 different models. In one case, I have 24 divided by 3. I have 3 groups of 8. In the other case, I have 24 divided into groups of 3. And I have 8 groups of 3 things. So I always was confused about what that first divisor meant. Was the divisor telling me how many groups there were, how many parts there were, or was the divisor telling me how many things in each part? So what we're going to look at today is a situation. Really, we're going to practice several problems, and I want you to feel comfortable with the different models that go with each situation. All right, let's get cracking. So Frankie's ribbon. Frankie has a ribbon that is 45 inches long. And what she wants to do is cut that ribbon into equal pieces. Now, each piece is supposed to be 5 inches long, exactly. 45 inches total, and each piece 5 inches. And the question is, how many pieces of ribbon can she cut? So we want to start by declaring our variable. Because we're talking about ribbon, we're going to use R. So R is going to equal the number of strips of ribbon. So since we have 45 inches in total, we're going to divide it by 5, and that's going to be our unknown. I'm going to use tally marks here and just count out 5 inches. It turns out I can make 9 groups of 5, so R equals 9 strips of ribbon. The next model I'm going to use is a number line. It's a little harder. I'm going to count by 5s since that's how long the ribbon is. 25, 30, 35, 40, and 45 inches. When I count the intervals, I have 9 equal intervals of 5 inches, proving that 9 strips are used. The next problem is Gray's Gifts. And to raise money for a local charity, what this young girl does is she bakes 5 trays of 10 cookies. So her business-minded older sister, who she gets along with so well, gave her 8 boxes to use for the cookies. So when she did so, she had 2 cookies left over after she had fit all the cookies into equal numbers into the boxes. So the question that we have to ask ourselves is, how many cookies did she pack in each box? So looking at this here, we've got 5 trays of 10 cookies. 8 boxes to use, and 2 cookies were left over when she packed them equally. So how many cookies did she pack in each box? So we're going to declare the variable again for our unknown, and that's how many cookies are baked. 5 groups of 10 is going to give us 50 cookies altogether. So she has 8 boxes in which to pack all of those cookies, and she has to sell them in equal groups. So she just starts passing them out, 1 to each box, until she can't fit any more in that will allow each box to have an equal number. So she gets to 5 and then finally to 6. Each of the 8 boxes has 6 cookies, and there are 2 cookies remaining. So in this situation, we can use some numbers here to show that 50 that she started off with, taking away the 2 leaves 48. We're going to divide it into 8 equal groups. That gives us 6 cookies in each box. Another way we could do this is, starting off with 50, divided by 8, our divisor, or the number of boxes, we get 6 remainder 2. 6 is the number of cookies in each box, and 2 are the remaining cookies left over. Our divisor, 8, is for each of the 8 boxes. So Edie's oranges is a situation that you are actually going to practice on your own and work out. In this case, Edie picked ripe oranges in her backyard orchard to sell at her juice stand. Very fancy. So she picked a certain number of oranges before lunch, and then we're expected to use a number sentence, which we don't know, to draw a model showing the number of oranges and bags that are sold. So I'm going to ask you to pause the video, work this out on your own, and then come back and see how your answer was. We've got 24 cookies. 3 is the divisor. We don't know if it's 3 bags or 3 oranges per bag. So pause, work it out, and come on back. So 24 is the total number of oranges, and our divisor is 3. 24 the dividend, and 8, our answer, is our quotient. So we're given this in the number model. The question is really, what type of models are we going to draw to show the divisor 3? In the first case, the 3 could be the number of groups or the number of bags. In the second drawing, the second model that we're going to show, 3, the divisor, could be the number of items in each group. How many oranges in each bag? So the first one we're going to look at are the number of bags, where 3 is just the number of bags. Well, our quotient is 8, so I know that there are going to be 8 oranges in each of the 3 bags. So I'm going to have 3 groups. I'm going to show 8 in each, and that's that. The next one, 3, is the number of items in each group. This means I'm going to have 8 groups, and I show 3 in each of the 8 groups. The first situation shows 3 bags of 8 oranges, and the second situation shows 8 bags of 3 oranges. Both of those models show 3 as a divisor, and it's up to you to decide if the situation fits what's going on. I've put a link in the description of this video of a PDF that will allow you to practice more so that you can just be completely fluent with using different models to find out the value of the unknown variable, the quotient, in order to really understand how equal groups and division work. All right, hope this helps. Okay, bye.
Porsche, 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war. I'm coming for throats to turn to a ghost. I need to know everything.